Okay, so this is the third video on Chapter 10 for homework problems. So I'll do about 10 problems here for converting Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. Okay, so we're just doing the opposite. On the last two videos we went from Celsius to Fahrenheit. This time we'll go from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So we have our stain formula that we're going to set up. And instead of putting the number here with the C, because this is Fahrenheit, we're going to put it with the F. So it'd be 5 times 5 minus 160 equals 9C. Okay. So 5 times 5 is 25 minus 160. Okay. And this would be because you have a smaller number in front of a larger number. You are still subtracting that. Okay. You have, of course, negative 135. Okay. And then you're going to, of course, bring down your 9C, divide each side by 9. Again, these cross out. And because you are dividing with a negative and a positive, it's going to be negative, the answer is. So 135 divided by 9 is going to be 15, and then negative 15. So this one, some students find it a little bit easier because you're working everything out on one side first, then you divide last. Let's see, 9C equals 5F minus 160. Again, you have 12 degrees here, so that's going to be with the 5. So you have 5 times 12 is going to equal 60. Then you're going to take 60 minus 160, and again you're going to come up with a negative number because you have a smaller number in front of a larger number, and that's going to be negative 100. Okay, and then you're going to divide, bring your 9C down, and you're going to divide each side by 9. That crosses this out, and then 100, negative 100 divided by 9 is going to equal negative 11.11. Again, because this the number past the decimal is below 5, you would actually round this one down, so it'd be 11 degrees. Okay, next, number 33. You have your formula. 9C equals 5F minus 160. Again, you have your number is 22. Put it with the F. So you have 5 times 22 minus 160. 5 times 22 is 110 minus 160. And again, you have a smaller number in front of a larger number, so this will be a negative. So this will be negative 50. Okay. And then you're going to bring your 9C down. And then, because it's on this side by itself, you need to divide in order to cancel these two 9's out and leave just C. So Celsius temperature is going to equal negative 50 divided by 9, and it's going to equal negative 5.5. This is 5 or higher, so that would round this number up to 6. So you have a negative 6. Again, our formula is 9C equals 5F minus 160. You have 37 degrees here. Put it with the F in place of the F. So 5 times 37 minus 160. Okay. You have 5 times 37 is going to be 185 minus 160. And so that's going to be, leave you with 25. Bring your 9C down. Divide each side by 9. That crosses these out. Celsius temperature is going to equal 25 divided by 9. And that comes out to be 2.77. Because you have the 7 past the decimal, it's higher than a 5. You're going to cancel these out and round that to 3. So your answer would be 37 degrees Celsius, or excuse me, 37 degrees Fahrenheit is 3 degrees Celsius. I hope I wasn't saying that backwards while ago. If I did, I apologize. Next we have here 35 degrees Fahrenheit is blank degrees Celsius. So we have 9C equals 5F minus 160. 45 is Fahrenheit. So it'll be 5 times 45 minus 160. 5 times 45 is going to be 225. Minus 160 leaves 65. You're going to bring down your 9C. Divide each side by 9. Cancels these two out, and it leaves Celsius equals 65 divided by 9, and it is 7.2. So this is lower than 5, so you will just drop it and round down. So that is 7 degrees Celsius. Next we have 58 degrees Fahrenheit equals blank degrees Celsius. So we have our formula 9C equals 5F minus 160. So you have 58 degrees Fahrenheit, put it with the F, so 5 times 58 minus 160. 5 times 58 is 290, minus 160 is 130. And then you're going to bring the 9C down. Divide each side by 9. 130 divided by 9 is equal to 14.44. Again, this is below 5, so you drop these and keep it at 14. Okay, for number 37, and in these videos, as I'm going through them, if you want to pause and work it out yourself, and then see if you get it right by watching the video, you could do that. 9C equals 5F minus 160. Okay, so you have the 63 degrees Fahrenheit, so it would be 5 times 63 minus 160. 5 times 63 is 315 minus 160, and that leaves you with 155. Bring down your 9C. Divide each side by 9. 155 divided by 9 is 17.22. Again, this was under 5, so you drop it to round it down to 17. Next, number 38, 9C equals 5F minus 160. You have 79 degrees Fahrenheit. That goes where the F's at. So 5 times 79 minus 160. 5 times 79 is 395 minus 160 is 235. Okay, so you bring down your 9C for Celsius. Divide each side by 9, crosses these out, just leaves Celsius. 235 divided by 9 is 26. So 79 degrees Fahrenheit is going to be equal to 26 degrees Celsius. Okay, so number 39, we have 9C equals 5F minus 160 is our formula. We have 82 degrees Fahrenheit, so put that with the F. So it'd be 5 times 82 minus 160. 5 times 82 is 410 minus 160. 410 minus 160 is 250. You're going to bring down your 9C. Divide each side by 9, crosses these two out, leaves just the Celsius. And then you have 250 divided by 9, and your answer is 27.77. And then this is greater than 5, so we're going to cross them out, up this one to 8, so it would be 28. So I rounded it up. Okay, our last one on for your homework on the degrees from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So you have 9C equals 5F minus 160. 9C. The Fahrenheit is 89 degrees, so we're going to go 89 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius. So 5 times 89 minus 160. So 5 multiplied by 89 is 445 minus 160. It leaves 285. Then you're going to divide each side by 9. That crosses this out, leaves the Celsius temperature. 285 divided by 9 equals 31.6. This is greater than 5, so we'll cross it out and up that 1 to number 2, and it's rounded up to 32 degrees Celsius. Okay, so if you have any questions on these, just send me an email, please, and I will do a fourth video on the last formula.